Today's topic for discussion is late blight disease of potato. Potato, it is a major vegetable crop in India. Several states of India grow potatoes and the tubers are used as vegetable. And it can grow throughout year. Potatoes are available in market throughout year. Okay. And the potato crop is also extensively cultivated in most of the European countries and it is eaten as a staple food at European countries. Okay, and it is utilized by in the form of various food articles. And what happened in 1840, lakhs of people died due to scarcity of food at Ireland and some other parts of Europe, and that is only because of the potato crop. And this crop was destroyed that time because of the fungal disease which is known as late blight disease of potato. And this is a fungal disease. It is caused by a fungal pathogen which is known as Phytophthora infestans. The native of potato is South America. It is infected by the fungal pathogen late in the season. Therefore, the disease is described as late blight disease because in the field the disease occurs late in the season. At the time of production of the potato in the field, the disease arrives and heavy losses are caused, and hence the disease is known as late blight disease of potato. Okay. Initially the disease was of minor importance, but it has reached to a new areas along with potato import export activity of human requirement. What happened during the period of 1830 to 1840? It was a well established disease at USA and some parts of European countries. This was the period of major loss of crop due to late blight disease of potato. Extensive spread of infection restricted and takes place during humid environment, and because of the destructive nature of the disease, there was no production of the potatoes and such a famine was brought that time. During the period of 1870 and 1880, late blight disease of potato was firstly observed in Nilgiri hills in India and then reached to Darjeeling and Himachal Pradesh. Okay. Losses caused by the late blight disease studied by Bhattacharya during 1890, and the percent loss was variable in different parts of India because India has a different types of temperature in every state, different types of environment. There is great variation in environment in different states of India. About 20% loss of yield observed at Punjab, and there was the reports again 40 to 50% losses occurred at Haryana, and 5 to 10% losses occurred at Bihar, and there is in general about 20 to 25% loss of yield takes place every year that cost about 4 crores rupees. Okay, this is the report of India. And Bhattacharya, one of the plant pathologists, he found a potato variety which is called as Kufri Jyoti, which was resistant to the disease, which is due to which has released for the cultivation purpose. Okay, and because of this Kufri Jyoti resistant variety, the losses are decreased for some extent. Next, what type of symptoms are caused by this pathogen? Symptom, that is the expression of the disease. When the interaction of the pathogen and host takes place, a specific type of expression is observed on the host plant, that is called symptom. Okay, initially the infected leaf shows very small water soaked spots with indefinite margin, especially on the margins of the leaflets or at the tip region of the leaf. Okay, these lesions or spots, they gradually turn yellowish and then gradually dry up. The dried spots, these consist of dead tissue Therefore, these are the necrotic spots. Okay. The necrotic spots, many necrotic spots, they gradually mix up or coil sac to form a large necrotic area on the leaf surface. Okay. And the necrotic patches are brown to black in color. The chlorotic zone is developed around the necrotic spot. What is chlorotic zone? Yellow colored zone around the spot of necrotic spot. Yellow. Why it is yellow? Because in that area there is the chlorophyll is not functioning properly. Hence the yellow area is developed. That means the fungus entered into the cells. Okay. And moist weather is highly favorable for the disease development, and the disease becomes severe during moist weather because moist weather favors the growth of the pathogen. Most of the severely affected leaves curl off, dry and fall off. All the plant parts except inflorescence get attacked by the pathogen. During warm humid weather, disease advances rapidly and spread on most of the leaves of the crop plant and stem. And it does not reach the tubers. Tubers are infected by other source of the inoculum. This is very important. Okay. Tubers are infected by other source of the inoculum, and the zoospores from the sporangia, that is sporangia carried away by irrigated water and which reach to the potatoes in the soil. When we give the water, irrigated water, flow from one infected plant to healthy plant, and through the water these zoospores by floating mechanism they reach to the healthy plant and the potatoes get infected. Okay. And the infected potatoes initially possesses water soaked areas which are superficial. The spots are slightly sunken, which get dried and develops into a large spot of dead tissue. What happens? During favorable environmental conditions, the infection spread deep into the tissue of potato tuber. Entire tuber turn brown to black in color, mostly decay before harvest. Okay. And partially infected potato shows blackening of the tissue. If we cut open the tubers, many times in the kitchen we have seen the black tissue inside the potatoes. Slow progress of disease is observed in dry soil, and the lower surface of infected leaf shows clusters of sporangiophores. Okay. And each sporangiophore produces a sporangium at its tip. Okay. Sporangia also acts as secondary inoculum in the same season. Okay. The pathogenic fungus infect the leaf mostly through stomata or injured areas. And let us see which is the causal organism of the late blight disease of potato. The late blight disease of potato, it is caused by a pathogen which is known as Phytophthora infestans. This fungus, the mycelium is cenocytic, that means it is non-septate. The mycelium, what is mycelium? It is the thallus of the fungus. Mycelium consists of numerous thread-like hyphae. The hyphae of the Phytophthora infestans, they are non-septate, they are cenocytic and they are branched. Initially, the hyphae are intercellular, that means they occur between the host cells. When the fungus is present between the cells, that is described as intercellular fungus, intercellular hyphae. Okay. And later on that becomes intracellular. The hyphal threads, when they are present between the cells or when they are the intercellular, they are present in the intercellular space of the host, those hyphae produce haustoria. Haustoria, these are the food sucking organs. These are produced by the hyphal threads between the cells, and these haustoria, they are penetrated inside the host tissue for absorption of the food material for its growth. And in this way the fungus grow between the cell, that is intercellular space, and when there is no space left between the cells, what happens? The fungus enters inside the tissue. That fungus which occurs inside the tissue, that is called as intracellular fungus. Okay. The inoculum of the fungus that is carried through infected tubers. Okay. The infected tubers we never collect at the time of harvest. They remains in the soil only, and that acts as a source of inoculum for next year's crop. Okay. And such seeds develop into infected plants. Okay. The infected plant produces the potatoes which are infected. When we use the potatoes again for sowing purpose, that also produces infected plant. Therefore you have to avoid the infected potatoes for sowing purpose. Okay. And the infected stains and leaf debris which remains in the soil, in the field, that has to be collected. That also acts as a source of inoculum. Okay. The sporangia are produced. Numerous sporangia are produced. Sporangia, it is a small bag-like structure, lemon-shaped structure which is developed at the apex of sporangiophore. What is sporangiophore? It is a fertile hypa. It is a stalk-like structure which produces sporangium at its tip. That is known as sporangiophore. Okay, that sporangiophore produce sporangia which are lemon-shaped, and inside the sporangia there are many nuclei, and each nucleus get converted into zoospore-like structure. In this way the sporangia produce numerous zoospores which are also carried by irrigation water from healthy plant, from infected plant to healthy plant, and in presence of the favorable environmental conditions the infection spread very rapidly. The optimum temperature of zoospore formation is 9 degrees Celsius. Okay. The zoospores germinate by producing a very small germ tube which swell up at its tip region, and the swelled region of the germ tube of zoospore is known as the appressorium. The appressorium penetrate the host leaf by mechanical pressure or secrete enzymes which degrade the epidermal layer of host leaf. In this way, the pathogen enters the host leaf and causes large blighted areas, causes large the dead patches on the leaf. The pathogenic fungus grow well at temperature 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. Sporulation takes place at temperature 9 to 26 degrees Celsius, but the optimum temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, because optimum temperature means that temperature at which highest growth of fungus is observed. Okay, highest growth of disease development is observed. Okay, that is called optimum environment, optimum temperature. Okay, the pathogen requires 100% humidity to cause extensive development of the disease. Even at 90% humidity, fungus do not produce sporangia. Okay, and the fungus survives on debris in soil, because after harvest we never collect all the plant debris from the field. That remains in the field and that acts as a source of inoculum. The moisture and temperature affect the viability of the sporangia. Okay, exposure of potato at 40-degree temperature, that reduces the disease development, that erases the pathogen from the tubers. Okay, sporangia remains viable for 9 to 10 weeks at low temperature. Okay, and in the plants, what happens in the plain area of India, the disease is not so severe because the main potato growing season is followed by hot summer days. Due to hot temperature, pathogen from soil is killed before sowing of the potato tubers. This happens in India, plain areas of India. Okay, potatoes stored at ordinary temperature 24 degrees Celsius do not show severe infection by the pathogen which is called Phytophthora infestans. So that in the plain areas of India, the late blight disease is not severe disease. Okay, and in the cooler regions of India, cool region of India, which is the cool region of India, that is Himachal Pradesh, Darjeeling, Mussoorie, Kullu Manali, this area is cooler region of the India, and in that area the late blight disease occurs, and it causes heavy losses. Hence the late blight disease in that area is of major importance. Okay, and the source of inoculum is the seed potatoes. Okay, seed potatoes are used as a seed for cultivation purpose, and the disease is regularly reported from northern plains of India. In the hilly region, temperature is low, which favors development and survival of the pathogen. The pathogen survives for 150 days in soil at similar, and for 40 days in plain areas of India because of higher temperature. Okay, let us see how to manage the disease. How to manage the disease? For management purpose, we have the tubers played very important role as a source of inoculum used to healthy tubers for sowing purpose. Okay, and after harvest, the rotted potatoes due to the fungus should be sanitized or should be collected carefully and destroyed away from the field. And before harvest, collect all the plant debris from the field, because all the leaves which are infected fell off on the field soil. That has to be collected and burn it away from the field. And again there are several fungicides recommended by different plant pathologists for the management of the disease. The recommended doses of fungicide should be used. Copper sulfate Bordeaux mixture has been found effective against the disease. Again there are some procedures of hot water treatment to the seed sets is recommended for the management of disease. The best way for management of the disease is use resistant varieties for sowing purpose. Okay, the resistant varieties are Kufri Kundan, Kufri Kumare, Kufri Jivan, Kufri Neela, Kufri Muttu, Kufri Jyoti. There are several resistant varieties developed in India by plant breeders. Okay, and the deeping of potatoes in hot water at 45 degrees Celsius temperature for 4 to 5 hours can kill the fungus which is inside the tubers. There are, beside this, several Bordeaux mixture is also useful for management of the disease, that is used at Nilgiri hills. Okay, fungicides like Diathan Z78 found effective against late blight disease of potato. Okay, and all these, there are different many fungicides are recommended from world for the management of the late blight disease of potato, that is Bristan, Difulton, Diathane, Burgundy mixture. Several fungicides have been recommended against the disease. Okay, thank you very much. Save trees, save earth.